Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I'm working with a super special patient, a 12-year-old girl who's been dealing with chronic inflammation around her left toenail for about a year. It's one of those things that comes and goes, you know? The inflammation gets better, the skin seems to calm down, but then it flares up again. Every time this happens, her toenail, which is naturally curved from the root, gets worse. So I'm going to walk you through exactly what I'm doing to help her step by step with lots of care and attention, because her comfort and well-being are my top priorities. Let's dive into the first visit, which needed a lot of TLC. When she came in, I checked her left foot and saw right away that her toenail was in rough shape. The inflammation had caused major swelling on the side of her toe, with the skin thickened and toughened from constant irritation, what we call hypertrophic skin. There was also granuloma, which is inflamed tissue that forms from ongoing irritation, stretching from the tip of the toenail almost to the root. This granuloma was taking up the whole side of her toe, which is super uncomfortable and can even make wearing shoes painful. I also noticed a line across the toenail marking where the first inflammation happened about a year ago. That line is like a timeline. Since it takes about a year for a toenail to grow from root to tip, it shows how much the toenail has grown into the skin of her toe since the problem started. Before doing anything, my first priority was making sure she wouldn't feel any pain. I applied a local anesthetic carefully to her toe and waited long enough for it to kick in. I told her, I'm going to let the anesthetic work so your toe is totally comfortable, okay? Just let me know if you feel anything. This step is critical, especially in a case like hers, where the area around her toe was extra sensitive from chronic inflammation. Once the toe was numb, I started the procedure. My goal was to relieve the pressure the toenail was putting on the inflamed skin. I said, I'm going to use my nail clippers to make a precise cut along the side of your toenail to lift it away from the skin, all right? Tell me if everything's okay. I used professional podiatry clippers, which are perfect for controlled cuts on thick ingrown toenails, and I worked slowly and carefully. Her toenail was really thick, especially at the tip, which is common with repeated inflammation as the body tries to protect the toe by thickening the nail. But that thickness just adds more pressure to the skin, creating a cycle of discomfort. As I used the clippers, I noticed the thickest part of the toenail's tip was causing the most trouble. That's the part I needed to remove carefully. She mentioned it had been a long time since she last trimmed her toenail, so I explained, when toenails aren't trimmed regularly, they can grow in a way that makes ingrown nails worse. But we're going to fix that up today. I trimmed the toenail's length with the clippers, checking in with her. Any pain? Can I keep going? Staying in touch like this is so important to make sure she feels safe and confident. The clippers let me make exact cuts, removing just what was needed without stressing the skin around her toe. As I worked, I said, with these clippers, I can cut right where it's needed without bothering the skin on your toe. That's key to preventing more inflammation. The toenail was so thick that I had to go slowly, adjusting the angle of each cut to make sure it wouldn't keep growing into the skin. Every bit I removed was a step toward relief, and I checked in. This thick part was really bothering your toe, huh? Everything okay now? After trimming, I saw the toenail was still pressing on the side of her toe, so I decided to adjust its thickness. I told her, I'm going to buff the top of your toenail to thin it out a bit. This will ease the pressure on the side of your toe and make you more comfortable. I used a specialized nail file for a gentle, precise buffing. While filing, I said, feels a little ticklish, doesn't it? This helps keep things light, especially for a young patient like her. I was super careful not to push too far since her toe sensitivity was high. I explained, for you we can't do everything at once because the skin on your toe is so sensitive. We'll take it slow to avoid any harm and make sure you're okay. Going step by step is crucial to prevent further trauma to skin that's already been through so much. Once the toenail was adjusted, I treated the inflamed area on her toe. I cauterized it carefully to prevent infection using a tool that safely seals the inflamed tissue. I told her, I'm cauterizing now to protect your toe, okay? It might sting a tiny bit, but that's normal. Cauterization is a must in cases like this, as the granuloma and hypertrophic skin are prone to bacteria. I finished by applying a sturdy bandage with sterile gauze to keep her toe protected. I said, this bandage will keep your toe clean while the skin starts to heal. We'll check back in a week to see how it's going. This first procedure was more cautious because her pain and sensitivity called for it. My focus was easing her immediate discomfort and setting the stage for the next step. I told her, today we tackled the most urgent stuff to give your toe some relief. Next week, with the inflammation calmer, we'll move forward. Now, let's talk about the follow-up visit a week later. Wow, what a difference! Her pain was way down and the inflammation on her toe had settled a lot. This gave me the green light to take the treatment further. My goal now was to fix the toenails curve, which is the root of the problem. I decided to install a metallic orthotic, even though the skin on her toe wasn't fully healed yet. Usually, orthotics go on only after complete healing, but for her, since the inflammation is chronic and caused by the toenail's bad curve, we needed to act sooner. I started by cleaning the area around her toe thoroughly and checking her comfort level. I asked, everything good? Can I keep going? With her feeling more at ease, I was able to create a small space along the side of her toenail to place the orthotic. It was a delicate step, so I added more anesthetic when needed. When I put the metallic orthotic in place, the result was amazing. The toenail, which was super curved, opened up a lot. I showed her, look at how the curve of your toenail changed. Now it will grow the right way. I secured the orthotic right in the center to keep it stable for the next 2 to 3 months. I explained this orthotic will hold your toenail in the right position as it grows. We'll do a checkup soon, and in a few months we can remove it and your toe will be back to normal. Just don't trim the toenail inward. Deal? She was so relieved and said she didn't feel a thing. That's what makes me happiest, seeing her comfort come back. I want to highlight how much care I put into every step. My top goal is making sure the patient feels good, with no pain, and that the treatment is as comfortable as possible. I adjust the procedure to each person's sensitivity, and I'm super focused on hygiene and infection prevention, which is why cauterization and bandaging are so important for her toe. Now, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching this video from? Drop it in the comments. I love finding out. And tell me, have you dealt with a toe issue like this, or know someone who needs foot care? Sharing these stories helps us all learn together. I read and reply to every comment because this channel is a place for us to connect and focus on foot health. Here's a quick tip. Avoid trimming your toenails too short or inward, as that can lead to ingrown nails, especially with curved ones. And always see a podiatrist for trickier cases. Prevention is the way to go. I've got a small favor to ask. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. About 90% of you watching aren't subscribed yet, and when you like, comment, or subscribe, it tells YouTube my content is worth watching and not low quality. That helps me keep posting videos every day with foot care tips and tricks. So, let's get interactive. And if you think this video could help someone, share it with them. To wrap up, I want to leave you with a little inspiration. Taking care of your feet is taking care of your health and happiness. Something like an ingrown toenail might seem minor, but it can really affect your daily life. So never ignore your feet. They carry you everywhere and deserve some love. Let's keep working together for healthier, happier feet. Thanks everyone. See you tomorrow with another video.
Ok.